All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Check, 47. Let him know,
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5, to about the 39. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
It's second and 8 at the 39.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Now Newton. They'll roll him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Play action. It's Newton. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Ginn. Great blocking on the return. It's Spring. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A big play there out of Kamara. 49 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
David Onyemata there on the tackle. It's a give to Freeman running right.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Let's go. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Newton takes it himself. And he is going to have the 1st down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. 87 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now Breeze on third down. And Ginn's got it. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run block. But there, controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready. Yellow wavy.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Breeze now to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
Watch the slant. Protect. Big dance.
Come.
Check nickel.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
36.
Watch out.
Running with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
I'm coming after you. Over. After you.
Hey, check 24.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point piece of. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Ready? 180. Great.
So don't say nothing.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Watch this.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
47 Mike 47. Gun. 47. 8. Seven's the Mike. Check Mike. 47's the Mike. 47.
To throw is Newton. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Trying to lay into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 6-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They run. It's Kamara. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Partner, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know that they're in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did this happen?
Hey, risky, but it paid off. I agree. You keep calling plays like that, you're going to need a lot of antacids on the sideline. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Ready. 5-9. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. 11. 11-3.
Breeze now on first down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Kamara. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. You're good, you're good. Right forward, ready. Check 31.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And an alley to run. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They run it again with Kamara. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Ready. 95-56. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Hey, kill.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Kensey. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. On 1st down, it's Newton. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check it back.
They're going to run it with Murray. Oh, a nice spin. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it, and it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Newton now to throw. Incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and 4.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Breeze. And he hits his man, Matthews. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Ready, 5-8. 12. Just like that.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now Breeze. Ginn has it complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And he will find Ridley on the left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Newton. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. A shotgun snap for Newton. And it's complete. Hooper. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Freeman. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Breeze now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
Opposite. Tighten up. Hey, easy. Kill.
Hey, one set.
Level.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And Matthews has it right side. That one goes for 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Breeze now on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the prime. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. 20, 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 88 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Down. 18 Gator. 54.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.